Thank you so much for joining us for today's edition of Twice Baked. We're the Kelly Twins, and all of our recipes can be found at kellytwins.com. Our favorite part of the show now, where we get to bring you our nationally recognized wine expert, Glenn Bargett from Annie Gunn's Restaurant and the Smokehouse Market in St. Louis, Missouri, and his award-winning wine list. Glenn, help us choose. We've got some curry here. What are we going to drink with this?
Curry throws a lot of wines out of whack. Most wines are really made for milder, more traditional European kind of flavors of sauces and spicing, and curry is a generally Asian flavor. So
it's a conundrum.
Conundrum actually is a very nice wine with this.
An enigma.
An
enigma, if you will.
But we're spicy both, even though this is Indian, this is Thai. We've got some heat, a lot of heat.
And if you had a Chardonnay with this, all you would get is acid and burn. Yeah. If you had a red wine with this, all you would get would be the alcohol burn.
And I would get very irritated.
You get crabby with the wrong wine.
That's right.
So
that's what happens when she's sober.
The one wine that's grown in Europe, in Germany, and in France is a grape called Gewürztraminer. I mean, spicy Traminer. It's also grown a little bit in northern Italy. And California does a very, very nice job with it. And it's floral, non-oaky, spicy, and tends to have just a hint of sweetness. Although this one's on the dry side, most of them have just a hint of sweetness. One of the types of grapes that we grow in Missouri very successfully are the hybrids. And one of the hybrids of Gewürztraminer being one of the parents of two grapes that were hybridized, is a grape called Traminette. This was developed at Cornell University in New York State. Traminette has almost exact same flavor profile as Gewürztraminer and works ideally with spicy foods, whether it's Indian, Thai, Korean. Actually, these aren't bad with your
That really helps when you're eating a real spicy curry and then you go to something that has a bit of that little bit of sweetness and
helps put the heat out.
Basically, we're talking about beer foods here. So those food, go ahead.
If you would normally serve a beer and you wanted to serve a wine, Gewürztraminer or Traminette are really the way to go. You couldn't really serve a Chardonnay with this; it would taste terrible. So this is the ideal way to go if you don't want to do a nice beer.
So a great way to make good food bad or good wine bad. Put them in the wrong place at the wrong time together.
You can ruin all your work by serving the wrong thing.
Both good, but not right for each other.
Yeah.
So it's the first of the Missouri wines we've brought forward, but there is a plethora of choices. So keep a lookout for that on the horizon. Thank you so much for joining us today on Twice Baked. We'll see you next time. May those who dance upon your grave get leg cramps.
Oh, that was a...
That's a good air to it. You have one for us?
It gives me great pleasure.
How about you, Meg?
Here's to you, and here's to me, and should we ever disagree, then here's to me.
Here's looking at you, kid. That's a good one.
Okay, Maggie's yawning.
That means it's time to shoot.
We're about to begin.
Hoo, hoo, hoo. Hoo, hoo, hoo. You like that?
Hoo, hoo, hoo.
Wait, I did that wrong.
Dogs out.
Hoo, I did. Oh, hoo, hoo. I meant hoo, hoo, hoo.
Hoo, ha, ha.
Oh, man, now we gotta rehearse this. Can I get a script, please?